Hello good yo-yo people, I'm Nate and this is Let's Talk Yo-Yo. Today on Let's Talk Yo-Yo, I'm doing a review of the first of yo-yos I've gotten back from World Yo-Yo Contest. If you didn't see my last video of kind of just asking some legends about what they love about Worlds, go check that out. I wish I had a chance to talk to more people. I was only there on Saturday and everyone's really busy, and so I just try to get in where I could, not be super rude, but thank you if you participated in that video. So, but anyways, today I am reviewing the Qubit, which is the collaboration between CoreCo and Scales. So here's my review. I've reviewed a number of things from CoreCo at this point. I've played everything from them. I've not reviewed every single thing that they have, but you know, one of the things that really stands out about CoreCo is that they make really fun but capable yo-yos. You know what I'm saying? They make a lot of times what you would consider maybe even like novelty almost yo-yos. I mean, this would be certainly in that sort of category, or kind of bridging into that category of novelty. But it's very capable still. It's very, it's not gonna frustrate you with kind of being just kind of like just something fun to look at, but also really fun to play. So there's that fine balance that they really have been able to be successful with, I think, of really being able to push just the fun factor in yo-yos again. Also, man, Scales and what they've been doing in this last year especially has been incredible. The impact that they've made on the yo-yo community, particularly the competition side, and what they've kind of done there, both in educating yo-yoers and providing resources and all that, it's fantastic. And so I'm excited to see for their success. They've been really deserving of that success that they've been getting. So yeah, Scales, CoreCo, here's the Qubit. All right. Cute name for a cute yo-yo, right? It's wide, as you can see, you know, it's a wide yo-yo, but it's fairly small in diameter, undersized. So it's got this chunky sort of feel to it, almost like a steamroller sort of feel to it. Maybe not as wide, it's not as wide, but it has that sort of kind of wide feel in the hand. I mean, I have fairly large hands, large palms, and it's filling up quite a bit of that. So on a catch, it's gonna be really comfortable. You know, it's nice and rounded there. It's not organic, but it's gonna have that sort of organic catch feel in the hand just because of how rounded it is, and your hand's gonna hit this flat area here, and so it's gonna feel very much, like I said, like a organic sort of catch. Nice and wide open gap, with it being so wide, but the gap's sort of like a V-shaped type gap or an H-shaped type gap. Now, as far as the weight distribution is concerned, there is a decent amount of weight on the rims there. It's really kind of beefy. Reminds me of the Taco a little bit, of that sort of design there in the hubs, as well as the Parser has that same sort of kind of beefiness, maybe a little bit more like the Parser, has that roundedness there. You're gonna be able to finger spin there on there, but it's not for my fingers. You know, I don't have like super chunky fingers, but you know, with you having to kind of bend your finger a little bit to kind of get there, it's going to bounce around a little bit, but I've been able to pull off some finger spins. We'll try that in the hand on the string section, but the blast is really nice. I like this pale yellow as well. I think that's all we have to say as far as in the hand section. Let's go and actually play it, see how it plays on the string. All right, welcome back to the on the string section with the Qubit. I like that name. It has like that, I don't know, it sounds like something from like an 80s video game or something like that. Yeah, the Qubit. I'm not sure what the inspiration for the name was, but I like it. It fits, very fitting for this yo-yo. On the catch right away, I talked about that sort of kind of has that sort of organic-y feel in the hand. It certainly has that feel on the catch. Nice and flat. It just, you're not going to get any harsh catches on it. And all the, you know, all the edges are nice and rounded and all that. You can do a finger grind, thumb grind, what have you. Pops up really nice. Let's go ahead and do a finger spin right away here. Yeah, you can certainly do that. It does kind of bounce around a little bit. You want to make sure that when you pop it up, it's completely parallel with the ground, that it's, you know, if it's tilting at all, it's going to just wobble too much because that pocket's not very big. Grinds as well on that finish and that shape are going to be really nice. It's just very, very stable of a yo-yo because of how wide it is. I mean, it's just kind of naturally stable just because of the width of it. Let's go ahead and do a couple of just bearing wraps and see how it does for that. Real nice. It's going to reject really well there, no problems. It opens up really nice in that gap. There's really no wall at all, so it just pulls away from there without any trouble at all. Eli hops and other tricks like that where you're having to just kind of, you know, trying to find the gap there, there's no problem with that at all. Let's go ahead and do some horizontal. It actually really is capable for that too. It just because it's such a wide gap and there's very little friction there, that keeping it on the plane for horizontal is not bad. So yeah, like I said, very stable yo-yo, just kind of naturally stable. Yeah, it's so much fun. I think I don't think there's really anything I would change on it. It wouldn't be what it is if it was really performance focused. You know what I mean? And so it has that stability and has all the other things that are kind of capable for it for as far as a competition friendly yo-yo, but it doesn't necessarily have like the long extended spin times that maybe something like a bimetal yo-yo would have. But you shouldn't expect that by looking at this yo-yo either. And so very, very capable and very fun. Regens are also fairly decent as well. All right, let's go ahead and throw one of my tricks and then we'll call it a day. The Qubit by CoreCo, Scales, collaboration. The Qubit's exactly what I want it to be. Just kind of like one of those yo-yos that you see a picture of and you're like, that's gonna be a really fun, unique yo-yo. I hope it plays really well. You know what I mean? I've seen some yo-yos that are really cool in pictures and all that, and you're like, they play okay. I wish it was a little more capable. This has that nice balance between that. It's just super fun. It looks different than most yo-yos that are probably in your case, but it's also gonna play different than most yo-yos in your case. It has that nice kind of like nimble feel to it. It doesn't have really any float just because the size of it or the diameter of it, but it's gonna kind of zip through tricks really well. It's gonna feel really comfortable in a hand. The stability is gonna be there, and just overall very capable yo-yo that you're gonna feel fairly confident playing and zipping through all of your standard tricks. Anything from even horizontal are not gonna be frustrating with this yo-yo that has a little bit of that, just a little bit of that touch of novelty sort of flair to it, but in a good way. It's a great balance between fun factor and performance with this yo-yo, and that's really what CoreCo particularly is all about. That's gonna do it for my review of the CoreCo Scales collaboration, the Qubit. And as usual, good day and good yo-yo.